Om Shiva Shakti Samarambham Bhaskaracharya Madhyamam Asmat Srinatha Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. Hari Om. Okay, we'll just directly jump into the class today because I think we have this week, and then 2 more weeks, and then Navaratri starts. So I want to make sure we finish 11, 12, 13, and Uttarangam by that time, right? Since that's our goal, I don't want to miss that. So let's see here. Anandji, you can be a student today, first half, and then let's see. And Revati, you can be first half. Okay, so we are doing 11th chapter, 42nd stanza. That's where we are starting today. Nanda Gopa Grihe Jata Yashoda Garbha Sambhava Tatastau Nashayishyami Vindhyachala Nivasini. So I explained the meaning for this in the last class, right? So the summary so far has been the Devas are doing the stuti to Narayani up to this point, and then they're saying, and she says, whatever you wish you'll get, and then they say, we want you to be present here for the benefit of the world. So here Devi Vacha, the Devi is telling what all avataram she is going to be taking from that point till the end. That's the rest of the stanzas. We already spoke about the first one. In Vaivasvate Antare Nanda Gopa Griha, I'll come as Krishna's sister, and then I will go settle down on the Vindhyachala mountains. That's where we stopped last time. So Nanda Gopa Grihe Jata Yashoda Garbha Sambhava Tatastau Nashayishyami, short E, Vindhyachala Nivasini. Nanda Gopa Grihe Jata Yashoda Garbha Sambhava Tatastau Nashayishyami Vindhyachala Nivasini.
Nanda Gopa Grihe Jata Yashoda Garbha Sambhava Tatastau Nashayishyami Vindhyachala Nivasini. Nanda Gopa Grihe Jata Yashoda Garbha Sambhava Tatastau Nashayishyami Vindhyachala Nivasini.
Nanda Gopa Grihe Jata Yashoda Garbha Sambhava Tatastau Nashayishyami Vindhyachala Nivasini. Nanda Gopa Grihe Jata Yashoda Garbha Sambhava Tatastau Nashayishyami Vindhyachala Nivasini.
Punarapyati Raudrena Rupena Prithivitale Avatirya Hanishyami, short E, Vaipra Chittamstu Danavan. So this next 3 stanzas is actually one story or one thing, right? So essentially saying that, after that, after she comes to Nandagopa's house and she goes to Vindhyachala, she goes and settles down in the Vindhyachala mountains. Again, she says there is going to be another demon, another Asura, who is actually going to be coming in the clan of Viprachitta. So in his clan, there is going to be another Asura who is going to be coming when some more demons or Asuras are going to come. So to come, and then I will come and devour those Asuras. And when I devour those Asuras, my teeth are actually going to become red in color. And when the teeth become red in color, it's going to look like pomegranates, right? That's going to come in the next stanza. So it's going to look like pomegranate. So therefore, the people, the gods in the heaven and everybody else who are praising me are then going to call me Rakta Dantika, means the one who has got red colored teeth. So that's coming in the 45th stanza. Okay, that's the 3 stanzas here. Punarapyati Raudrena Rupena Prithivitale Avatirya Hanishyami Viprachittamstu Danavan.
Punarapyati Raudrena Rupena Prativitale Avatirya Hanishyami Viprachittamstu Danavan. Punarapyati Raudrena Rupena Prativitale Avatirya Hanishyami Viprachittamstu Danavan.
Punarapyati Rautrena Rupena Pratibhitale Avatirya Hanishyami Viprachittamstu Danavan. Punarapyati Rautrena Rupena Pratibhitale Avatirya Hanishyami Viprachittamstu Danavan.
Bhaksha Yentyascha Ishandacha Yentyascha Tanugran Viprachittan Mahasuran Rakta Danta Bhavishyanti, short E, Dadimi Kusumo Pamaha. Kusumo Pamaha. Bhakshayantyascha Thanugran Viprachittan Mahasuran रक्तादन्ता भविष्यन्ति दाडिमी कुसुमोपमाः
भक्षयन्त्याश्च तानुग्रान् वैप्रचित्तान् महासुरान् रक्तादन्ता भविष्यन्ति दाडिमी कुसुमोपमाः भक्षयन्त्याश्च तानुग्रान् वैप्रचित्तान् महासुरान् रक्तादन्ता भविष्यन्ति दाडिमी कुसुमोपमाः कुसुमोपमाः
पश्यन्त्याश्च दानुक्रान् वैप्रचित्तान् महासुरान् रक्तादन्ता भविष्यन्ति दाडिमी कुसुमोपमाः पश्यन्ताश्च दानुक्रान् वैप्रचित्तान् महासुरान् रक्तादन्ता भविष्यन्ति दाडिमी कुसुमोपमाः
ततो मां देवताः पुट इस स्वर्गे मर्त्य लोके च मानवाः स्तुवन्तो व्याहरिष्यन्ति शॉर्टी सततं रक्तदन्तिकाम् ततो मां देवता स्वर्गे मर्त्य लोके च मानवाः स्तुवन्तो व्याहरिष्यन्ति सततं रक्तदन्तिकाम्
ततो मां देवता सर्गे मर्त्यलोके च मानवाः स्तुवन्तो व्याहरिष्यन्ति सततं रक्तदन्तिकाम् ततो मां देवता सर्गे मर्त्यलोके च मानवाः स्तुवन्तो व्याहरिष्यन्ति सततं रक्तदन्तिकाम्
तथो मां देवता स्वर्गे मर्त्यलोके च मानवाः सुवन्तो व्याहरिष्यन्ति सततं रक्तदन्तिकाम् तथो मां देवता स्वर्गे मर्त्यलोके च मानवाः सुवन्तो व्याहरिष्यन्ति सततं रक्तदन्तिकाम्
भूयश्च शत वार्षिक्याम that ma that is there you can break it varshikyam anavrishyam anambhasi short e that I'm just breaking it into multiple things so anavrishyam anambhasi munibihi put is munibis samsmrita bhumau sambhavishyamya yonija so this next to two actually is four but I'll break it into two meanings. So just after that thing as Raktadantika, then again there's going to be a period of about 100 years in the earth where there's going to be absolutely no water. And because there's no water, that means there's scarcity of vegetation, nothing is going to grow and all of that stuff. So it's going to be like drought everywhere. So at that time, again, I am going to come. And when I come, when the sages look at me, they're going to look at me as someone who's got hundreds of eyes. So, so they're going to call me Shatakshi. Shatakshi means Shata Akshi, one who has got 100 eyes, right? So that I'm going to come in that form and they'll call me a Shatakshi. So you'll see all these names that are going to come of how Devi is going to be called in the Vaivaswata Manu's period for the various incarnations that she does, right? So where did we stop? Did we do 26? Yeah, I have to say that, right? Yeah. भूयश्च शतवार्षिक्याम् अनावृष्ट्यामनम्भसि मुनिभिः संस्मृता भूमौ सम्भविष्याम्ययो निजा So
भूयश्च शतवार्षिक्याम् अनावृष्ट्याम् अनम्भसि मुनिभिः संस्मृता भूमौ सम्भविष्याम्ययो निजा भूयश्च शतवार्षिक्याम् अनावृष्ट्याम् अनम्भसि मुनिभिः संस्मृता भूमौ सम्भविष्याम्ययो निजा
Rajesh, is the second line Munibis Samrita?
Samsmrita.
Samsmrita. Okay.
Yeah, I was just going to say. Let me check the other book.
Samstutan irukku enga bookla Samrita.
Samstutan da engalodhula kuduthirukku. English la eppadi
kuduthirukku? They're going to call me. Samsmrita is also praising only. Yeah, so just change it to Samsmrita to be consistent. It's same thing. The sages are going to praise me or going to call me as that. That's what it means, right?
Samvrtava
Samsmrita.
Samsmrita.
Yeah. Okay. Samsmrita is like praising. Smriti, one who's praising, praise me as, right?
Okay. Bhuyascha shatavarshikyaam anavrishyam anampasi munibis samsmrita bhumau sambhavishyam yayonija Bhuyascha shatavarshikyaam anavrishyam anampasi munibis samsmrita bhumau sambhavishyamya
Yeah. So I was just going to say that, I forgot to say in the 46th that this time she says, when I'm going to be born, I'm not going to be born through a womb. Because the previous time she said, I'm going to come to Yashoda Garbha Sambhava. I'm going to be born into the womb of Yashoda. So here, Ayonija, I'm not going to be born into the womb, but I'm going to come in some form, but I'm going to have hundreds of eyes, right? Tataha, put a ish, tata shatena netranam nirikshishyami yan munin kirta ishyanti manujaha. Is there? Put a ish manujash shatakshimiti. Shatakshimiti mam tataha. Tatashatena netranam nirikshishyami yan munin kirtayishyanti manuja shatakshimiti mam tataha.
ततश्शतेन नेत्राणां निरीक्षिष्यामि यन्मुनीन् कीर्तयिष्यन्ति मनुजा सदाशीमिति मां ततः ततश्शतेन नेत्राणां निरीक्षिष्यामि यन्मुनीन् कीर्तयिष्यन्ति मनुजा सदाश्मिति मां ततः.
Anandji, that first line, nirikshishyami. Kshi is a short, small.
Nirishishyami.
It's a small one. So you were stretching it a little bit. And then the second line, shatakshim iti. Shatakshim iti.
Oh, that's a long. Okay. Shatakshimiti.
Yeah, correct.
Thank you.
Tataschadena netranam nirishishyami yanmunin kirtayishyanti manujash sadash
See, shata akshim, right? Shatakshim iti.
Sadakshimiti mam tataha tatashatena netranam nirishishyami yanmunin kirtayishyanti manuja shatasishmiti mam tataha.
Shatakshimiti.
Tatakshimiti.
Yeah.
I have to practice to roll my tongue.
Tatoham akilam lokam, so that ma you break it, lokam. Atma deha samudbhavaihi bharishyami suraha. Again, ish comes. Shura shakair. So the ra, you put the ir to, it comes halfway, shakair. Avrishtehe, put a f, avrishtef prana dharakaihi. So in this form, as Satakshi, because there was no rain, which is why she's coming. So she says, at this time, I'll then cause rain to happen. And then I'll then be able to sustain the entire world, right? With of course, when rain comes and vegetation comes and fruits and vegetables and everything else comes. So with that, I'm going to sustain the world with all of the things which come out of me. I'm going to get all of these things to come with my blessings. And therefore, in the next line, it's going to say, because of that, I'm also going to be called a Shakambhari. So Ambaram is the earth, so one who's actually protecting the earth, or one who saved the earth, or one who's the, one who's, saving the earth out of this, right? So Shakambhari. That comes in the 49th. Tatohamakilam lokam atma deha samudbhavaihi bharishyami surashakair avrishtef pranadharakaihi.
Tadohamakilam lokam atma deha samudbhavaihi bharishyami surashakair avrishtef pranadharakaihi. Tadohamakilam lokam atma deha samudbhavaihi Barishyami surashakir avrishtek pranadharakehi.
Avrishtef
pranadharakehi.
Tatokam akilam lokam atma deha samudbhavaihi parishyami surashareir avrishtef pranatarakaihi.
Shakair. Wait a second, like Shakair.
I said Shakair avrishtef pranatarakaihi. Tatoham akilam lokam atma deha samudbhavaihi parishyami surashakair avrishtef pranatarakaihi.
Shakambhariti vikyatim tada yasyamyaham bhuvi, all short is. Tatrai vacha vadishyami, again short e. Durgamakyam Mahasuram. So this kind of starts, the second line goes into the next story, but I'll tell that after this. Shakambhariti Vikyatim Tada Yasyamyaham Bhuvi Tatraiva cha vadishyami Durgamakyam Mahasuram.
Shakambhariti Vikyatim Tada Yasyamyaham Bhuvi Tatraiva cha vadishyami Durgamakyam Mahasuram. Shakambhariti Vikyatim Tada Yasyamyaham Bhuvi.
Sorry, Anand, Yasyam. Long, Yasyamyaham.
Yeah, okay. Shakambhariti Vikyatim Tada Yasyamyaham Bhuvi Tatraiva cha vadishyami Durgamakyam Mahasuram.
Saham pariti vikyatim tata yasyamyaham bhuvi tatraiva savadishyami durgamagyam mahasuram. Saham pariti vikyatim tata yasyamyaham bhuvi tatraiva savadishyami durgamagyam mahasuram.
Durga Deviti Vikyatam Tanme Nama Bhavishyati, short e, Punaschaham Yada Bhimam Rupam Kritva Himachale. So this also, the second line is going to a different one, but that's okay. So she says after that, after that Shakambari, then again she says, then I will then slay a great Asura called as Durgama. So because I'm getting that Asura called as Durgama, people are going to start calling me as Durga. So Durga in literal translation means like a fort, like a protector, right? One who protects. But here she's saying, because I'm going to slay this Asura called as Durgama, everybody is then going to start calling me as Durga, right? So that is the reason she's saying that that's how the name Durga is coming. And then the second line goes to a different story though, but Durga Devi ti Vikyatam Tanme Nama Bhavishyati Punaschaham Yada Bhimam Rupam Kritva Himachale.
Durga Devi ti Vikyatam Tanme Nama Bhavishyati Punaschaham Yada Bhimam Rupam Kritva Himachale. Durga Devi ti Vikyatam Tanme Nama Bhavishyati Punaschaham Yada Bhimam Rupam Kritva Himachale.
Durga Devi Vikyatam Tanme Nama Bhavishyati Punaschaham Yata Bhimam Rupam Kritva Himachale. Durga Devi Vikyatam Tanme Nama Bhavishyati Punaschaham Yata Bhimam Rupam Kritva Himachale.
Rakshamsi Bhakshayishyami Muninam Trana Karanat Tadamam Munayaha, put is Munayas Sarve Stoshantya Namra Murtayaha. So you can't break it. So Stoshantya Namra Murtayaha. So then it continues to say, so after that I get rid of Durgama, people are going to call me Durga. Then she says again, then in the Himalayas, right? In the, where just stanza comes, I forget which stanza where, in Himachale, yeah. So, again she says, then in the Himalayas, when there are again more bad, evil beings or asuras who come, I take up a terrible form, right? A very ghoram form. And then I'm actually going to get rid of the asuras for saving the Munayaha, for saving the sages. So because I'm taking the terrible form, then these sages are then going to call and worship me as Bhima Devi, which is going to come in the next answer. So Bhima Devi iti. They're going to then call me as that. I keep forgetting which stanza we are in today for some reason. 51 did we do or 52?
No,
We are
now
right now doing 51. We are on 51 right
And
now.
then the meaning is the line is jumping into the next one. So I'm getting confused.
51 is going on. Yeah.
Rakshamsi bhakshayishyami muninam trana karanat tadamham munayas sarve stoshyantyā namramurtayah.
Rakshamsi bhakshayishyami muninam trana karanat tadamham munayas sarve stoshyantyā namramurtayah. Rakshamsi bhakshayishyami muninam trana karanat tadamham munayas sarve stoshyantyā namramurtayah.
Rakshamsi bhakshayishyami muninam pranakaranat tadama munayas sarve stosyantraya namramurtayah.
There's no tra there. Stoshyantyā.
Stosyantya namramurtayah. Rakshamsi bhakshayishyami muninam pranakaranat tadama munayas sarve Stoshantya namramurtayah.
Bhima Deviti Vikyatam Tanme Nama Bhavishyati Yadarunakhyas Trailokye Mahabhadam Karishyati. So the Bhima Devi is this thing there. This next one I'll say it with the 53. Bhima Devi te Vikyatam Tanme Nama Bhavishyati Yadarunakhyas Trailokye Mahabhadam Karishyati.
Bhima Devi di Vikyatam Tanme Nama Bhavishyati Yadarunakya Trailokye Mahabhadam Karishyati. Bhima Devi di Vikyatam Tanme Nama Bhavishyati Yadarunakya Trailokye Mahabhadam Karishyati.
Bhima Devi ti Vikyatam Tanme Nama Bhavishyati Yadarunakyastrailokye Mahabhadam Karishyati. Bhima Devi ti Vikyatam Tanme Nama Bhavishyati Yadarunakyastrailokye Mahabhadam Karishyati.
Karishyati, short E. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so here she says, then I'm going to be called Bhima Devi because I'm going to come in that Ugram form and get rid of that Asura. So next, in the 52 second line and thereon, says there is another Asura who's going to come, whose name is Aruna. And this Aruna is going to come and Triloke, in all the three worlds, he's going to go and create great havoc. So when that comes, she says, I'm going to come in the form of a swarm of like countless of beasts. Right? I'm going to come in that form and eventually get rid of the Asura. So because I'm going to come in the form of a countless beast to get rid of the Asura, I'm going to be called as Brahmari. So that is the 54, it will come there. So Brahmari is the name that's going to be given to me because I'm going to get rid of that Asura. So in this way, whenever there are, evil that pops up, or whenever danger comes, in this thing, I will appropriately take each of those incarnations to come and protect the sages and protect the three worlds. So that's how Devi concludes this chapter. So, Tadaham Brahmaram Rupam Kritva Sanke Yashatpadam Trailo. Sorry, did we 53 then point to go? Or 52?
No, correct.
50, okay.
53.
Okay. Tadaham Brahmaram Rupam Kritva Sanke Yashatpadam Trailokyasya hitartaya vadishyami mahasuram.
Tadaham Brahmaram Rupam Kritva Sankheya Shatpadam Trailokyasya hitartaya vadishyami mahasuram. Tadaham Brahmaram Rupam Kritva Sankheya Shatpadam Trailokyasya hitartaya vadishyami mahasuram.
Tadaham Brahmaram Rupam Kritva Sankeya Shatpadam Trailokyasya Hidartaya Vadishyami Mahasuram. Tadaham Brahmaram Rupam Kritva Sankeya Shatpadam Trailokyasya Hidartaya Vadishyami Mahasuram.
Bhamariti chamam lokas tada stoshyanti sarvataha ittam yada yada badha danavotha bhavishyati, short E, tada tadavatiryaham, tada tada avatirya aham, that's multiple words there, tada tadavatiryaham karishyamyari samkshayam. Brahmariti cha mam lokas tada stoshyanti sarvatah ittham yada yada badha danavota bhavishyati tada tada vatiryaham karishyamyari samkshayam. Om.
Brahmariti cha mam lokas tada stoshyanti sarvatah iddam yada yada bhada danavotha bhavishyati tada tada vadiryaham karishyami samshayam. Brahmariti cha mam lokas tada stoshyanti sarvatah iddam yada yada bhada danavotha bhavishyati tada tada vadiryaham karishyami samshayam. Om.
Ananji, this 54 second line, first word, itham. I think you're saying da there. It's a tha. Itham.
Idham,
Yeah.
idham yada yada bhada.
Yeah.
Thank you, Raj.
Hey, Rajesh, last word, samshayama, samkshayama.
Samkshayam. K.
Samkshayam. Okay.
Samkshayam.
Okay.
Ramariti chamam lokas tata stoshyanti sarvadaha ittam yada yada bhada danavota bhavishyati tatha tatha vadiryaham karishyam yari samshayam.
The first Brahmariti, short E.
Okay. Brahmariti chamam lokas tada stosyanti sarvadah ittam yada yada bada dana vota bhavishyati tada tada vadiriyaham karishyamyari samshayam. Om.
With that, this comes to an end. So essentially, she says first comes as in Yashoda's Garbham, right, as a Devi, and goes, settles down in Vindhyachala. Next, she says, I'm going to, in the Rakta Dantika, because my teeth is going to be red like pomegranate. Then Shatakshi, because I'm going to have like hundreds of eyes. Then Shakambhari, because I'm going to help protect the world or sustain the world by getting rain and protecting the vegetables or having the vegetables and everything grow. Shataksha, Shakambhari. Then because I get rid of Durga Ma, I'm going to be called as Durga Devi. Then we saw Bhima Devi, because I'm going to come in a very violent, terrible form to get rid of an Asura. Then Brahmari, because I'm going to come in the form of like a countless beasts to get rid of it. So these are all the various incarnations which are going to be happening. And with that, this comes to an end. So, Satya Santu Yajamanasya Kama Aha Namo Devyai Mahadevyai Shivahe Satatam Namah Namah Prakrityai Bhadraye Niyatah Pranatasmatam Sanghaye Sayudhaye Saparivaraye Sarvatmikaye Sarvanarayanyai Namah.
सत्यासन्द यजमानस्य कामाः ॐ नमो देवी महादेवी शिवाय सततं नमः नमः प्रकृते भद्रायै नियदा प्रणदास्मदां सागायै सायुधायै सबरिवारायै सर्वात्मिकायै सर्वनारायण्ये नमः सत्यासन्द यजमानस्य कामाः ॐ नमो देवे महादेवे शिवाय सततं नमः नमः प्रकृते भद्रायै नियदा प्रणदास्मदां सागायै सायुधायै सबरिवारायै सर्वात्मिकायै सर्वनारायण्ये नमः.
I don't have that.
Okay, no worries. Okay, so we'll go to the 12. So Dvadashodhyayaha. So this is like the Phalastuti, right? So like in Vishnu Sahasranamam, in everything, you kind of have a Phalastuti, right? Which says, what is the benefit of chanting, right? That is 12th. And then 13th is kind of the final wrap up that comes, right? So in this is Devi herself telling what are the benefits of chanting Devi Mahatmyam. So we won't go through every stanza meaning, because the summary of it is, of course, is expected, like whatever we prayed, whatever the Devas prayed, right? Saying, I should not have this problem, protect me from that, protect me from that. All of that is going to kind of keep getting repeated, right? As to, but as net is blessings. Certain things I'll tell you what the meaning is, right? Om Devyu Vacha Ebihi, put is Ebis Stavaischa Mam Nityam Stoshyate Yaha, put is Stoshyate Yas Samahitaha Tasyaham Sakalam Badam Nashayishyamya Samshayam. Asamshayam means no doubt. Nashayishyamya Samshayam. You can say it together. Om Devyu Vacha Ebhistavaischa Mam Nityam Stoshyate Yas Samahitaha Tasyaham Sakalam Badham Nashayishyamya Samshayam.
Om Devi Uvacha Ebhistavaischa Mam Nityam Stoshyate Yas Samahidaha Tasyaham Sakalam Badham Nashayishyamya Samshayam. Om Devi Uvacha Ebhistavaischa Mam Nityam Stoshyate Yas Samahidaha Tasyaham Sakalam Badam Nashayishyamya Samshayam.
So one word you were saying it different.
I think it's Stovaischa.
Stavaischa.
Stavaischa.
Yeah, Stavaischa. Ish and the cha.
Stavaischa. Thank you.
Stavaischa.
Stavaischa Mam Nityam Stoshyate Yas Samahitaha Tasyaham Sakalam Badham Nasayishyamya Samshayam. Samshayam or Samshayam?
Samshayam.
Samshayam. Okay. Ebhisdvaischa Mam Nityam Stoshyate Yas Samahitaha Tasyaham Sakalam Badham Nasayishyamya Samshayam.
Yeah, and again, that second word, first line, Stavaischa. The is only half. Ta is a full ta. So Stavaischa.
Stavaischa.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. let's just switch halfway. Lalita, you can be student. Padmagaru, you can be student. Madhu Kaitabha Nasham Cha Mahishasura Ghatanam Kirtayishyanti Ye Tadvad Badham Shumbha Nishumbhayoho. Madhu Kaitabha Nasham Cha Mahishasura Ghatanam Kirtayishyanti Ye Tadvad Badham Shumbha Nishumbhayoho. Go ahead, Padmagaru.
Nena first and okay. Madhukaitavanasancha mahishasaraghatanam kirtayishyanti ye tadvatvadham shumbhanishampayoh. Madhukaitavanasancha mahishasaraghatanam kirtayishyanti ye tadvatvadham shumbhanishampayoh.
मधुकैटभनाशं च महिषासुरघातनं कीर्तयिष्यन्ति ये तद्वद्वदं शुम्भनिशुम्भयोः मधुकैटभनाशनं च महिषासुरघातनं कीर्तयिष्यन्ति ये तद्वद्वदं शुम्भनिशुम्भयोः
अष्टम्यां च चतुर्दश्यां नवम्यां चैकचेतसः श्रोष्यन्ति चैव ये भक्त्या मम माहात्म्यम् उत्तमम्. So basically Devi is saying, it starts with saying asamshayam, that I'm saying that there should be absolutely no doubt, na samshayam, right? That anybody who is actually saying this or reciting or hearing this, of course with devotion and everything, who praises me with all these hymns, right, that we went through, will not have any problems. And who talks about the destruction of Madhu, Kaitaba, Mahishasura, Shumbha, Nishumbha, whoever is talking about this, hearing about it will be blessed. And especially, right, in the fourth stanza, Ashtamyam, Navamyam, Chaturdashyam. So on the 8th day, the 9th day, and the 14th day in the lunar calendar, whoever listens to it, Shroshyanti, whoever listens to it, it's Uttamam. The supreme greatness of my Mahatmyam will be even more blessed. So it's kind of, saying that, in those days, it's even better to listen or to pray to the Devi on those days. Ashtamyam cha chaturdashyam navamyam chaikachetasah sroshyanti chaiva ye bhaktya mama mahatmyamuttamam.
Ashtamyam cha chaturdashyam navamyam chaikachetasah sroshyanti chaiva ye bhaktya mama mahatmyamuttamam.
Mama mahatmyamuttamam.
Mama mahatmyamuttamam. Ashtamyam cha chaturdashyam navamyam chaikachetasah sroshyanti chaiva ye bhaktya mama mahatmyamuttamam.
अष्टम्यां च चतुर्दश्यां नवम्यां चैकचेतसः श्रोष्यन्ति चैव ये भक्त्या मम माहात्म्यमुत्तमम् अष्टम्यां च चतुर्दश्यां नवम्यां चैकचेतसः श्रोष्यन्ति चैव ये भक्त्या मम माहात्म्यमुत्तमम्
न तेषां दुष्कृतं किंचित् दुष्कृतोत्था न चापदः भविष्यति न दारिद्र्यं न चैवेष्ट वियोजनम्. न तेषां दुष्कृतं किंचित् दुष्कृतोत्था न चापदः भविष्यति न दारिद्र्यं न चैवेष्ट वियोजनम्.
न तेषां दुष्कृतं किंचित् दुष्कृतोत्था न चापदः भविष्यति न दारिद्र्यं न चैवेष्ट वियोजनम्.
That do is u and then the ka is a kr. Dushkritotta.
Dushkritotta. Okay. न तेषां दुष्कृतं किंचित् दुष्कृतोत्था न चापदः भविष्यति न दारिद्र्यं न चैवेष्ट वियोजनम्.
न तेषां दुष्कृतं किंचित् दुष्कृतोत्था न चापदः भविष्यति न दारिद्र्यं न चैवेष्ट वियोजनम्. न तेषां दुष्कृतं किंचित् दुष्कृतोत्था न चापदः भविष्यति न दारिद्र्यं न चैवेष्ट वियोजनम्.
न
चैवेष्ट वियोजनम्.
शत्रुतो न भयं तस्य दस्युतो वा न राजतः न शस्त्रा नलतो यौघात. Up to that you kind of see together. न शस्त्रा नलतो यौघात कदाचित् संभविष्यति. Shortly. शत्रुतो न भयं तस्य दस्युतो वा न राजतः न शस्त्रा नलतो यौघात कदाचित् संभविष्यति.
न शत्रुतो न भयं तस्य दस्युतो वा न राजतः न शस्त्रानलतो यौघात् कदाचित् सम्भविष्यति शत्रुतो न भयं तस्य दस्युतो वा न राजतः न शस्त्रानलतो यौघात् कदाचित् सम्भविष्यति
Bhavishyati shorty, so don't stretch that end.
सम्भविष्यति
शत्रुतो न भयं तस्य दस्युतो वा न राजतः न शस्त्रानलतो योगात् कदाचित् सम्भविष्यति शत्रुतो न भयं तस्य दस्युतो वा न राजतः न शस्त्रानलतो योगात् कदाचित् सम्भविष्यति
Tasman mamaitan mahatmyam patithavyam samahitaihi shrotavyam cha sada bhaktya param swastyayanam hi tat. So like kind of 5, 6, 7, some of the words are kind of very simple. Say no misfortune is going to come. Dushkritam, nothing bad is going to happen to them. No evil is going to come to them. They will not have any dharidryam. They will not have any poverty. They are not going to be separated from their loved ones, right? And here again in then 6th it says Shatruto, there's no fear from danger from enemies or kings or the rulers or anything. And they will also not have any issue from fire, weapons, or any of those flood, or none of that is going to bother them, right? So essentially, like we said, it's kind of saying protection from everything that's going to happen. And however, here in 7, she says, whoever is chanting or hearing, right? Shrotavyam, whoever is hearing or reciting with a dedicated mind, right? With a very lot of devotion, it's always going to be benefit for their well-being, and that's the only way they can get liberated. Tasman mamaitan mahatmyam patitavyam samahitaihi shrotavyam cha sada bhaktya param swastyayanam hitat.
तस्मान् ममैतन् माहात्म्यं पठितव्यं समाहितैः श्रोतव्यं च सदा भक्त्या परं स्वस्त्ययनं हि तत् तस्मान् ममैतन् माहात्म्यं पठितव्यं समाहितैः श्रोतव्यं च सदा भक्त्या परं स्वस्त्ययनं हि तत्
तस्मान् मैतन् माहात्म्यं पठितव्यं समाहितैः श्रोतव्यं च सदा भक्त्या परं स्वस्त्ययनं हि तत् तस्मान् ममैतन् माहात्म्यं पठितव्यं समाहितैः श्रोतव्यं च सदा भक्त्या परं स्वस्त्ययनं हि तत्
Upasargana sheshamstu short mahamari samudbhavan tata trividham utpatam, if you want to break it, trividham utpatam mahatmyam shamayen mama. Upasargana sheshamstu mahamari samudbhavan tata trividham utpatam mahatmyam shamayen mama.
उपसर्गान् शेषांस्तु महामारी समुद्भवान् तथा त्रिविधमुत्पादं माहात्म्यं शमयेन्मम उपसर्गान् शेषांस्तु महामारी समुद्भवान् तथा त्रिविधमुत्पादं माहात्म्यं शमयेन्मम
उपसर्गान् शेषांस्तु महामारी समुद्भवान् तथा त्रिविधमुत्पातं माहात्म्यं शमयेन्मम उपसर्गान् शेषांस्तु महामारी समुद्भवान् तथा त्रिविधमुत्पातं माहात्म्यं शमयेन्मम
Yatraitat patyate samyang ing sound nityam ayatane mama sada na tad vimokshyami short e sanidhyam tatra me sthitham. So in 8 she says, like Mahamari means a very infectious diseases, like the virus, right? That's what Mahamari is, right? So she says, of course, the praising me or glorifying me is also going to remove all the misfortunes and the calamities you will have from all this Mahamari or the dangerous virus and everything that actually spreads, right? That's on 8. And then she says, whichever place this greatness of mine is chanted, always recited, nityam, every day, right? And also chanted correctly, right? Chanted properly. I will tatra me sthitam sanidhyam. So I will always make sure that I am always present in that place, wherever they are chanting it on a regular basis and also in a proper way. Yatraitat patyate samyang nityam ayatane mama sada na tadvimokshyami sannidhyam tatra me sthitam.
यत्रैतत् पठ्यते सम्यन् नित्यमायतने मम सदा न तद्विमोक्ष्यामि सान्निध्यं तत्र मे स्थितम् यत्रैतत् पठ्यते सम्यं नित्यमायतने मम सदा न तद्विमोक्षानि सान्निध्यं तत्र मे स्थितम्
यत्रैतत् पठ्यते सम्यक् नित्यमायतने मम सदा न तद्विमोक्ष्यामि सान्निध्यं तत्र मे स्थितम् यत्रैतत् पठ्यते सम्यक् नित्यमायतने मम सदा न तद्विमोक्ष्यामि सान्निध्यं तत्र मे स्थितम्
Bali pradane pujayam Agni, you can break that ma there. Agni karye mahotsave sarvam mamaita charitam ucharyam shravyameva cha. Says wherever sacrifices happen or worships happen, pujas happen, Agni karyam where homams are happening, or mahotsavam where great events happening. In all of those things, it is very auspicious to say these things of mine. So that's why anytime we do homam and everything, we say we can't say the whole Devi Mahatmyam, but at least we say, okay, let's tap the 5th chapter or 4th chapter or 11th chapter, right? We pick the important chapters, right? Bali pradane pujayam agni karye mahotsave sarvam mamaita charitam ucharyam shravyameva cha.
बलिप्रदाने पूजायामग्निकार्ये महोत्सवे सर्वं मम तैश्चरितमुच्चार्यं श्राव्यमेव च
Garu, second line, mamaitach charitam.
ममैतश्चरितमुच्चार्यं श्राव्यमेव च बलिप्रदाने पूजयामग्निकार्ये महोत्सवे सर्वं ममैतश्चरितमुच्चार्यं श्राव्यमेव च.
That first line, I think second, pujayam.
So we should break it pujayam agnikarye.
Yeah, because otherwise it's coming right in the middle. You will not be able to break it anywhere else. That's okay.
बलिप्रदाने पूजायाम् अग्निकार्ये महोत्सवे सर्वं ममैतच्चरितम् उच्चार्यं श्राव्यमेव च बलिप्रदाने पूजायाम् अग्निकार्ये महोत्सवे सर्वं ममैतच्चरितम् उच्चार्यं श्राव्यमेव च
Janata ajanata, but you say it together. Vapi bali pujam tata kritam pratichishyamyaham pritya vanni homam tata kritam. Says even when you're doing this, all these worships you're doing, when you're doing the offerings, right? Whatever Nevidyam is doing, everything, even if you do it without proper knowledge, janata, ajanata, you're doing without the proper knowledge, but of course you do it with devotion, then I'll gladly receive it. So even similarly, she says, Vanni homam, when you're doing the homam fire sacrifices, you're doing it with devotion, but you make mistakes here and there in doing that homam, that's fine. I'm not going to be bothered. Ichhameham, I will definitely like it if you're doing it with devotion. Janata vapi bali pujam tata kritam pratichishyamyaham pritya vanni homam tata kritam.
जानता वापि बलिपूजां तदा कृतां प्रतीच्छिष्याम्यहं प्रीत्या वह्नि होमं तथा कृतं जानता वापि बलिपूजां तदा कृतां प्रतीच्छिष्याम्यहं प्रीत्या वह्नि होमं तथा कृतं
जानता वापि बलिपूजां तथा कृतां प्रतीचिष्याम्यहं प्रीत्या वह्निहोमं तथा कृतं जानता वापि बलिपूजां तथा कृतां प्रतीचिष्याम्यहं प्रीत्या वह्निहोमं तथा कृतं
शरत्काले महापूजा क्रियते याच वार्षिकी तस्यान् ममैतन् माहात्म्यं श्रुत्वा भक्ति समन्वितः. So again, this is a perfect time. She says in Sharat Kale, in the autumn season, when the Mahapuja happens, probably referring to the Navaratri period. So when Mahapuja is happening, so at that time, whoever is listening to my Shrutva with devotion, whoever listens to my Mahatmyam will be even more, it's more auspicious, right, at that time. Anyway, there's also one which comes in spring also around the end of March, right? It's a spring Navaratri that comes and then the fall Navaratri. Sharat Kale Mahapuja Kriyate Hyacha Varshiki तस्यान्ममैतन् माहात्म्यं श्रुत्वा भक्तिसमन्वितः
शरत्काले महापूजा क्रियते या च वार्षिके तस्यान्ममैतन्माहात्म्यं श्रुत्वा भक्तिसमन्वितः शरत्काले महापूजा क्रियते या च वार्षिके तस्यान्ममैतन्माहात्म्यं श्रुत्वा भक्तिसमन्वितः
शरत्काले महापूजा क्रियते या च वार्षिकी तस्यान्ममैतन्माहात्म्यं श्रुत्वा भक्तिसमन्वितः शरत्काले महापूजा क्रियते या च वार्षिकी तस्यान्ममैतन्माहात्म्यं श्रुत्वा भक्तिसमन्वितः
सर्वाबाधा विनिर्मुक्तो धन धान्य सुतान्वितः मनुष्यो मत् प्रसादेन भविष्यति न संशयः. Again, and the Sharat Kale continuation, whoever is listening or praying to me, then there's absolutely no doubt that they will know, will be free. My grace will free them from all the afflictions they have, and dhanam, dhanyam, children and wealth and prosperity and everything they'll get. There's no doubt about it. Sarva badha vinirmukto dhana dhanya sutanvitah manushyo mat prasadena bhavishyati na samshayah.
सर्वा बाधा विनिर्मुक्तो धनधान्यसुतान्वितः मनुष्यो मत्प्रसादेन भविष्यति न संशयः सर्वा बाधा विनिर्मुक्तो धनधान्यसुतान्वितः मनुष्यो मत्प्रसादेन भविष्यति न संशयः
सर्वबाधा विनिर्मुक्तो धनधान्यसुतान्वितः मनुष्यो मत्प्रसादेन भविष्यति न संशयः सर्वबाधा विनिर्मुक्तो धनधान्यसुतान्वितः मनुष्यो मत्प्रसादेन भविष्यति न संशयः
कृत्वा ममैतन् माहात्म्यं तथा चोत्पत्तयः पुट इष् चोत्पत्तयः शुभाः पराक्रमं च युद्धेषु जायते निर्भयः पुमान् श्रुत्वा ममैतन् माहात्म्यं तथा चोत्पत्तयः शुभाः पराक्रमं च युद्धेषु जायते निर्भयः पुमान्
श्रुत्वा ममैतन्माहात्म्यं तथा चोत्पत्तयः शुभाः पराक्रमं च युद्धेषु जायते निर्भयः पुमान् श्रुत्वा ममैतन्माहात्म्यं तथा चोत्पत्तयः शुभाः पराक्रमं च युद्धेषु जायते निर्भयः पुमान्
श्रुत्वा ममैतन्माहात्म्यं तथा चोत्पत्तयः शुभाः पराक्रमं च युद्धेषु जायते निर्भयः पुमान् श्रुत्वा ममैतन्माहात्म्यं तथा चोत्पत्तयः शुभाः पराक्रमं च युद्धेषु जायते निर्भयः पुमान्
रिपवः पुट इस् संक्षयं यान्ति कल्याणं चोपपद्यते नन्दते च कुलं पुंसां माहात्म्यं मम शृण्वताम्. So again, the same thing. None of us are going to go fight in a war or battle. So, but if you do end up going to fight in a battle, she says you'll be protected. At the same time, Ripavaha, your enemies, will be destroyed, and Kalyanam, good things will happen to you. Right? Ripavas samshayam hyanti kalyanam chopapadyate nandate cha kulam pumsam mahatmyam mama shrinvatam.
रिपवः संशयं यान्ति कल्याणं चोपपद्यते नन्दते च कुलं पुंसां माहात्म्यं मम शृण्वताम् रिपवः संशयं यान्ति कल्याणं चोपपद्यते नन्दते च कुलं पुंसां माहात्म्यं मम शृण्वताम्
रिपवः संशयं यान्ति कल्याणं चोपपद्यते नन्दते च कुलं पुंसां माहात्म्यं मम शृण्वताम् रिपवः संशयं यान्ति कल्याणं चोपपद्यते नन्दते च कुलं पुंसां माहात्म्यं मम शृण्वताम्
शांति कर्मणि सर्वत्र तथा दुस्वप्न दर्शने ग्रह पीडासु चोग्रासु, all of them short u, mahatmyam shrunuyan mama. It's pretty obvious. It says if you have duswapnam, if you have bad dreams, or your graha pida, if you have bad things which are happening because of the planetary things, or when you're doing shanti karyam, so when you're doing this, before a lot of like Bhimarata Shanti, do all the shanti things for eradication of evil before all the big events, right? So you're saying in all of those events, when important things are happening, mama mahatmyam, mama shunyan mama, listen to my or say my mahatmyam, greatness in all of those events. Shanti karmani sarvatra tata duswapna darshane graha pīdāsu chograsu mahatmyam shrunuyan mama.
Shanti karmani sarvatra tadadva swapna darshane graha pīdāsu sograsu mahatyam srunuyan mama. Shanti karmani sarvatra tadadva swapna darshane graha pīdāsu sograsu mahatyam srunuyan mama.
Shanti karmani sarvatra tata dusvapna darshane grahapīdāsu chograsu mahatmyam shrunuyan mama. Shanti karmani sarvatra tata dusvapna darshane grahapīdāsu chograsu mahatmyam shrunuyan mama.
Upasargaha, put ish, shamam yanti graha pīdāscha darunaha duswapnam cha nribir drishtam suswapnam upajayate. Yeah, just gets rid of all of that, it becomes good dreams. Duswapnam becomes suswapnam. Upasarga shamam yanti graha pīdāscha darunaha duswapnam cha nribir drishtam suswapnam upajayate.
So we should pronounce suswapnam upajayate, or should we put suswapnam upajayate?
Both are the same, right? What is the difference? Sorry, repeat again.
And do I put like suswapnam upajayate or mupajayate?
Upajayate, because you can't say suswapna mupajayate, you can't say. So you have, see, either if you say it together in one word, you will not see the difference.
Okay.
Suswapna mupajayate, you won't see the difference. But
Okay.
don't, if you're, but most times you end up pausing, right? In general. So if you're pausing, then pause it after suswapnam upajayate.
Okay. Upasvargashamam yanti graha pīdāscha darunaha duswapnam cha nrubir drishtam suswapnam upajayate. Upasargashamam yanti graha pīdāscha darunaha duswapnam cha nrubir drishtam suswapnam upajayate.
Upasarga shamam yanti grahapīdāscha darunaha dusvapnam cha nribirdrishtam susvapnam upajayate. Upasarga shamam yanti grahapīdāscha darunaha dusvapnam cha nribirdrishtam susvapnam upajayate.
Bala grahabhi bhutanam balanam shantikarakam sangata bhede cha nrinam maitri karanam uttamam. So he says, when children who have seizures, who are overcome with seizures, or whenever there are problems like that, when you do things to get rid of the seizures, when you do shanti karakams, again at that time this will come handy. This will come and bless them. And again, wherever you have sanghata bhed, when you have differences in opinions between people and your friendship breaks, again all of this, the Devi Mahatmyam will help you eradicate that, so that that doesn't happen. Balagrahabhibhutanam balanam shantikarakam sanghata bhede chandranam maitri karanamuttamam.
Balagrahabhibhutanam balanam shantikarakam sanghata bhede chandranam maitri karanamuttamam. Balagrahabhibhutanam balanam shantikarakam sanghata bhede chandranam maitri karanamuttamam.
Rajesh, என் கைப்பட்டு எங்கேயோ போயிடுத்து நான்
18.
ஸ்க்ரோலிங்
18.
இல்ல எங்கேயோ ஏறுதோ இதுக்கு போயிடுத்து.
Oh, you have the index.
தந்த்ரோக்தம் தேவி சூக்தம் எங்கேயோ பின்னாடி போயிடுத்து.
Okay, then just go for few much இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் ஃப்ரண்ட்க்கு வாங்க.
Forward.
Yeah. அதுக்கு முன்னாடி அந்த நவாக்ஷரி இருக்கும், then 13th chapter and then 12th chapter.
உத்தராங்கம் வருது, அதுக்கு முன்னாடியா?
உத்தராங்கத்துக்கு முன்னாடி
த்ரயோதசம்,
then 12.
ஓகே சாரி, ஒரு செகண்ட் இந்த டேப்ல கைப்பட்டா எங்கேயோ போயிடுச்சு. எத்தனாவது ஸ்லோகம்?
18th. பாலகிரஹாபி.
ஓகே. बालग्रहाभिभूतानां बालानां शान्तिकारकं सङ्गातभेदे च नृणां मैत्रीकरणमुत्तमम्. बालग्रहाभिभूतानां बालानां शान्तिकारकं सङ्गातभेदे च नृणां मैत्रीकरणमुत्तमम्.
दुर्वृत्तानाम् अशेषाणां बलहानिकरं परं रक्षो भूत पिशाचानां Pathanadeva Nashanam. So obvious, Bhutam, Pishacham, all the ghosts and all the things. Durvrittanam balahani param raksho bhuta pishachanam patanadeva nashanam.
दुर्वृत्तानामशेषाणां बलहानिकरं परं रक्षो भूतपिशाचानां पठनादेव नाशनम् दुर्वृत्तानामशेषाणां बलहानिकरं परं रक्षो भूतपिशाचानां पठनादेव नाशनम्
दुर्वृत्तानामशेषाणां बलहानिकरं परं रक्षो भूतपिशाचानां पठनादेव नाशनम् दुर्वृत्तानामशेषाणां बलहानिकरं परं रक्षो भूतपिशाचानां पठनादेव नाशनम्
Sarvam mamaitan mahatmyam mama sannidhi karakam pashu pushpargya pushpa arghyam. So pashu pushpargya dhupaischa gandha deepais tatottamaihi. Just saying that, of course, praying this entire glorification when you do my Mahatmyam, when you say that, it is going to get you Sannidhi, it's going to get you closer to me. Similarly, by the offerings of, whatever you are offering, it's equivalent to that, right? So it's kind of saying that you can offer, of course, when you're praying, you can offer flowers, incense, perfumes, it says, right? Pushpam, Arghyam, Dhupam, Gandham, Deepam, all of that you can offer. And, feeding, next one, it will go and say, Vipranam, Bhojanai, by feeding the Brahmins. So all of those are good things to do, doing the devotion to the Devi. Similarly, she says just praying itself, the glorification of me, it's equivalent to that. So if you're not able to go feed hundreds of Brahmins, if you can, then great. You can also chant also. But if you're not able to do that, chanting will also give you equal amount of blessings, praising of me. Sarvam mamaitan mahatmyam mama sannidhikarakam pashu pushpargya dhupaischa gandha deepais tatottamaihi.
ஒரு நிமிஷம் ராஜேஷ் அந்த யூஸ்வலி மகாத்மயம்னு இருக்கும் இல்லையா இங்க வந்து மகாத்மயம்னு இருக்கு
Mahatmyam தான் இருக்கு.
அப்படியா
It's only a half it and a half ma.
ரைட் பட் ஹாஸ் ஹால் ஹாதா இருக்கு மகாத்மியம் மாதிரி இருக்கு இன்னும் நான் அதே பாஸ்கராச்சாரியோட தான் ஃபாலோ பண்றேன்
Let me see.
இது வரைக்கும் கரெக்ஷனே இருந்தது இல்ல சோ ஃபர்ஸ்ட் டைம் ஐ அம் நோட்டிசிங் இட் யூசுவலி
I think that it should be Mahatmyam.
மகாத்மியம்
It should be Mahatmyam only. I think that must be a typo.
சரி ஏன்னா யூசுவலா அதுதான் வந்துட்டே இருக்கு மகாத்மியம் தான் முன்னாடி எல்லாம் கூட
Yeah, yeah. It must be a typo in that line. Yeah.
सर्वं ममैतन्माहात्म्यं मम सन्निधिकारकं पशुपुष्पार्घ्यधूपैश्च गन्धदीपैस्ततोत्तमैः सर्वं ममैतन्माहात्म्यं मम सन्निधिकारकं पशुपुष्पार्घ्यधूपैश्च गन्धदीपैस्ततोत्तमैः
Mahatmyam, you said something.
Mahatmyam, am I right?
No, Mahatmyam.
Mahatmyam.
Even in my book, Lata, it says, Lalita, it says Mahatmyam, but I read it as Mahatmyam because that's what it normally is. So it was just maybe a correction there.
Okay.
There is a ma and ya, am I right?
Mahatmyam. Mahatmyam.
Okay.
सर्वं ममैतन् माहात्म्यं मम सन्निधिकारकं पशुपुष्पार्घ्यधूपैश्च गन्धदीपैस्ततोत्तमैः सर्वं ममैतन् माहात्म्यं मम सन्निधिकारकं पुष्पार्घ्यधूपैश्च गन्धदीपैस्ततोत्तमैः.
We'll stop here at 20. So I think there's 20 more in this, and then the last one I think should be able to finish. So mostly by next class or the class half of the class after that, we'll finish 13 chapters. And then the Uttarangam is exactly the same as Purvangam. There's only one change. So we won't actually go through the whole Uttarangam. It's not needed. It's the same things are going to come. I'll just tell you how to do the Nyasam. It's one small change. And that should pretty much get you to completion. And after that, the Tantrokta Devi Suktam is there, which is the same as the Namastasya 825 stanzas are going to be there, right? So it's the same thing. So that is also done. Then you'll be only left with the three, the Rahasya Trayams, 3 Rahasyams are left, which will continue after Navaratri. Because that is generally, a lot of people in India also don't even chant the Rahasya Trayams. But here now everybody chants it, so we will still go through it. But I think that is kind of more like an optional thing, right? That is there at the very end. Okay, so this will get you all
Rajesh.
for the Navaratri. Yeah, சொல்லுங்க ஆர்த்தி.
ஒரே ஒரு கொஸ்டின், நீங்க சில சாப்டர்ஸ் மட்டும் தனியா படிக்கலாம்னு சொன்னேன்ல,
ஆமா,
லைக் 5, அது என்னென்ன சாப்டர்ஸ்னு ஒரு திருப்பி ஒரு
4, 4, 5, 11.
ஓகே.
What are those?
So those is stuti.
Tutis. Okay.
Yeah, so those are just Devi's stutis. So you can kind of, and even that, not the full chapter, there are only some portions of that which are the Devi's stutis, right? So that you can just chant it on a standalone basis anytime. You don't have to, you can't chant half of 10, right? Because Shumbhava, you can do the full chapter. But if you want to do only some, you want to have some time, you just do the 4, 5, and 11, those specific stanzas, you can just chant. Okay. All right. Thank you, everyone. See you next class.
Thank you, Rajesh.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
థ్యాంక్స్.